Yesterday, I talked about how you can quickly switch from showing frustration, anger, or worry as a leader. Today, I want to talk to you about how you can have a better relationship with these feelings for your own personal benefit and help you adjust to this new context we find ourselves in. My name is Margie Ireland and I work one-on-one with CEOs, executives, business owners, leaders and managers to not only survive challenging times, but to thrive too. Many of us have been forced to adjust to new ways of working and managing our finances. You or someone you know may have lost their employment or has had to shut their business. And this is a massive adjustment. And some of you will be in different stages of that adjustment. For example, you might not be ready to adjust and still be angry or fearful you are in the situation that the pandemic has put you in. Whatever you are feeling is okay. Last week, I touched on the importance of letting your team be able to share their concerns in a daily meeting. Today, I want you to give yourself the same permission to have your own concerns. In my recent survey about how COVID-19 is impacting you and your teams, it was interesting that most leaders said that they are more worried about their people than themselves. This can indicate that some of you are not allowing yourself to feel fear or anger, as you have this responsibility to stay calm and keep your team positive and engaged. Huge pressure. You may be a superhuman at the moment, but you are still a human. And what I know for sure is that when we ignore how we feel, it doesn't go away. In fact, the pressure increases, a bit like holding an inflatable ball under the water, which at any moment will explode out of the water and cause more damage. But when we accept how we feel, the pressure goes almost instantly, kind of counterintuitive. Opening up our ability to focus on what we need to right now. And this is called having a new relationship with uncomfortable thoughts and feelings. So try this. Write down now what you are most fearful of. And next, choose one word that describes it. So some of my clients are telling me that they are worried that they won't have a business or a job at the end of this. So their word would be fear. Perhaps you are angry about the decisions being made around you, your leadership, government, etc. So your word would be anger or frustration. So now write that down on an A4 piece of paper like this. So I've got fear. And what I want you to do is put it in front of your face and have a look at it and see how it makes you feel to focus on this. And pause the video if you need to so you can do this exercise. Now, when we ignore or pretend, in this case, fear isn't there, our amygdala, our fear, flight, fight brain I talked about last week, is still running the show. And, and when we hear that saying, I couldn't think straight, it's because all we can see is that in front of us. And when we ignore it, it's like the amygdala gets even louder and amps up a beat to bring our attention to us. And this is why sometimes we start to see things like pain, like back pain, neck pain, migraines, that kind of thing. It's like a smoke alarm building up this tension. So in focusing and trying not to focus on it, the irony is we make it bigger. So what's more effective is to accept how we're feeling and to look at the word and now say to yourself, yes, I feel this, but I'm going to be okay. Even if you don't believe it, give it a try. So now lower the piece of paper in your lap, and it's not like you're pushing it away, you're noticing it's there, but guess what happens? We can now see what's in front of us. And what's happening behind the scenes is your logical brain, which is over here, is now taken over from this part of the brain. This is the prefrontal cortex where we make good decisions. So by saying, I am okay, I will be okay, we start to think straight again. So over the next 24 hours, every time you're feeling a strong emotion, try this technique. And after some practice, you won't need the piece of paper anymore. You'll be able to do it in the middle of a meeting. It really works. Putting this technique into play now to help yourself and your team will help during this challenging time. I'm Margie Ireland. Let me know if you've applied one of my strategies in the comments below.